This is my first Friday update for January 2023, and in this update I will be discussing my plans for 2023, how I intend to progress on my numerous projects, what sales I'm participating in, and what new starts I plan this year. I'm Shirley and this is my channel Crazy Cat Lady Stitches, and if you're new here you're most welcome, and if you're a return viewer, thank you very much for your loyal support. And if you want to continue, want to see what my plans are for this year, keep watching. So let's get going, and we'll start with how I intend to progress with my projects I have going so far. I've decided that I am going to join VidIQ 2023, and it's led by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. It is a form of bingo, but it's in VidIQ. The rules are pretty flexible. It's your rule, your board, your rules, as she says, and it's a bingo card with 25 spaces, and you allocate your projects on that spaces. She usually leaves number 13 free so that you have a bit of catch up. I haven't, but I have put myself a free choice later on in the board. So this is my VidIQ 23 board. I have all my projects on it. I have got the Hade Beloved, Thea Grosvenor's Antique Tiles, Lavender and Lace Celtic Spring, and I got the MFE Sal 21 Fruits of Plenty. Then I've got Winter Queen, but I'll talk about her later. Then I've got Fumi from Heaven and Earth Designs. Then I've got Memento Mori. Then I've got the other MFE for last year. I can't pronounce it. Angel T. Tarquez. I can't pronounce it. Then I've got my World of Cross Stitch Black Hats. Then I've got the Touch of Magic, Hade's Tree of Life, Jana Lynn's Last Supper, July's Amethyst Fairy from Mirabilia and Nora Cormet, Teresa Wentalis's Romeo and Juliet. Then I got Buffy, and I've put shoe design depending whether I'm finishing the design I'm doing now or I'm going to start a new one. So I've just put shoe design. Then I've got my 12 Days of Christmas from Buffy Threads. Then the Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. Then I've got a cotton and twine box, and that means I can do anything that I fancy from cotton and twine. Then I've got one of my tapestry pieces, which is Autumn Tapestry. Then I've just put down a new start. Whether I do another new start or not, we'll see. Then I've got Free Choice. Then I've got a new start, which is Envora. Then I've got Gaia, which I'll talk about in a bit. And then I've got my ink circles, After the Roses, and then I've got my DMC Christmas tree. So if you want to see any of these, I have got a whip parade for the end of the year 2022. I'll put that up here, and you can just pop along and see the projects that I'm planning to do. It'll be the ones I've slated a lot of love for in the year. I have planned, I'm going to put my little snippet up here. I have planned a minimum of 25 hours per project over all 5 days, depending how things work with work-wise. So the numbers that have been called, and they're called on the 25th of the month preceding, are 6 and 10. Number 10 is Caterpillar Cross Stitch, Touch of Magic, and since I've got called this and started on it, I have done over 3 hours. I have completed this pumpkin head. I have done all this broom, that writing, ghoulish, and I'm just starting on the ghost, and I'm using light effects white on that. Hopefully this will be finished this month. And if it isn't, I want to know why. And the other one is, I'll put a picture up here of it, There's not much to see on this one because I'm still working on the background. I'm on the second page, coming down to the bottom of the second page, and this is Max Colours and the large chart. So this is the Heaven and Earth Yumi. It's a Japanese lady, as you can see in the picture. So those are my whip goes for this month in January, and I'll update you at the end of the month. Right, now let's get on to the sales that I'm planning to do this year. Now the first sale started on the 21st of December 2022, and it is the seasonal sale. It runs for each quarter, so it'll run from the 21st of December until the 21st, 22nd of March, which then it goes into spring, and then on Midsummer's Day we'll go into summer, and then on the autumn equinox we'll go on to the autumn sale, and the winter sale will start again. Now I am doing for the winter sale 2 sales. I'm doing my cotton and twine sale. I need to get onto this and get a bit more stitching done, but it's just over a quarter done. It doesn't take, once you sit there and do a bit, it doesn't take long. And then I should be doing this as also as part of my winter sale. It's Mirabilia's Winter Queen, but I've been waiting for my fabric and the threads and beads to come, which has now arrived, so I will be prepping that and getting that started at the weekend. Then I'm also doing my 3rd Modern Folk Embroidery yearly sale. This project came out on the 27th of December and I have started it, and I'm using these threads, which are Gutenun's Sulkies threads. I ordered as Sulkies, and these are the ones that have come, and we've had a lovely discussion on Facebook about this, and it appears that Sulky is no longer selling to the public, it's just wholesale only. So those are the only threads I could have got. I am stitching this on antique white, let's get it the right way around, antique white, and these are the 2 colours that are going to be this. I'm starting from the centre, so I'm using a centre pattern. I bought the main pattern, which I'll put a photograph up here, and the centre pattern, and I'm using pattern A, so I'll put a picture here as well, can you see what it's like. So I'm working on the centre and then I'm working out. And Jacob this year was such a good chap. He's released the whole project in one booklet and has given you parts to pick and choose as you want it, and he's given you alternative designs to certain parts, so everyone's could be completely different and individualized. Probably, well, statistically there's going to be a couple of us that decide to do the same thing, but there's going to be a great variation on this project, and I can't wait to see it, and I intend to finish this one this year. I have good intentions, but the fact that I've got the whole chart is a bonus, because with both of the other, well, with the first one I didn't get it into August, September, and then I had 2 restarts before I started on the 3rd. So that's one of the reasons why it's way behind. And the other one is in March. I think I'm doing up to April, May time section. I wanted to move across, so because I'm working in variegated thread, and it was a bit irritating because I had to stop and hold the thread. Now I've got the whole pattern, I can just work my way through the section and get it done. So that is why those are on my whip go, so I can get a good chunk of those done that month, and I might use them on my free choice. I haven't decided yet. So my last sale that I have got going on is one that Cherie's Little Stitches instigated. It is the Fancy Lady sale, and you can stitch any fancy lady. I think she's doing more Brian from Bella Filipina, and I'm doing from Bella Filipina the Gaia the Earth Goddess. It's stitched on 32 count even wave, mottled sage from Lakeside Needlecraft. I'm stitching the called for colours. It's on 32 count, and this is a couple of hours work so far. I'm trying to go do certain projects every other day as an hour or 2 hours, so I'm going to rotate the hourly projects on the sales, so I'll get some progress, but then it will be just like work in rotation for an hour or 2 hours a day on top of my whip go. Also, I have Mirabilia Monday that'll work on my Mirabilia, so the Winter Queen could quite easily slot into that to get some extra stitching on it. But I've also got the July Amethyst Fairy. Then I have Black Work Friday, so on Fridays I tend to work on my black work, and I have got 2 of those. That is the Botanical Garden black work, which was last year's South, and from Thread Steadicom, and from Urban Stitches I've got Memento Mori. So those are my 2 black work projects for this year. So now I'm going on to planned stitches for 2023. Things I've got kitted up that I may or may not start, but I do have the intention to start it. First of all, I have got my first Annie Stokes kit. I've got the project is from the World of Cross Stitch, and it's the ice. I think it's the Ice Dragon. I will put the picture up here for you and the proper title. And I have got the called for fabric, which is Up in the Clouds, and that's on, I think 14 count even weave or Iada. It's Iada. I hate stitching on Iada if it's got quarter stitches, but I don't think this one is. But this is the kit that I got through the magazine, through Lakeside Needlecraft. So that's something really interesting to know, is that if you see a project that you like, just flick through the back pages and look at an order form, and they may have the project that you're looking for as a kit, or you can get the material. So that one I am planning to do, but I don't know when. That could be a 2024 one. Then I have got the Summer Queen pack. I'll get the photograph it and put it up here. That's also from Mirabilia. So this is going to be my summer project, and I'm going to see if I've got the appropriate linen, the appropriate even weave in my stash, and I'll be stitching on that. And I've got the silks and beads from a D-Sash site on Facebook. So that's that one. Then I think it's going to be the year of the Queens. In spring, by the way, the spring one is going to be my Lavender and Lace Celtic Spring. So that'll get some love that month as well. And then this one's the Autumn Queen. And that one I'm going to be stitching in autumn. And I also got the silk, most majority of the silks and beads from eBay. It's worth looking around for some bits and bobs. Even if it's partial kits, you can still pick up some nice tidbits and little bits. And my last one that I've got here, and I mentioned it on my whip go, this is definitely a new start for me because I want to do it. And I've also got the companion chart, and I have got everything I need for it. I've got my Water Lily silks, got my water lily silks, I've got my beads and my fabric, and the fabric I have chosen to go for this is it amber? It's even weave 32. I'll show it to you. This is it. This is from Lakeside Needlework as well, and it's even weave 32, and it is amber. I was right, and I think that's a gorgeous colour for this pattern, and I'll show you the pattern. And tell me what you think. And that is that one from Nora Corbett, and I have got Claire, and it's my intention to do the companion piece after this one using the same fabric. So tell me what you think of that. What do you think of my new starts? So they're my new starts plans for the year. Can you let me know what you think of my ideas and plans and what you think? If you want to see my progress on my whip goes, I will be recording it on a Friday update at the end of the month. They may or may not be a bi-weekly update. It just depends on whether what shifts I work, but hopefully towards the end of the year it will be bi-weekly, but initially it might not be. And I also intend to continue on with some tips and hints and my embroidery basics. If you want to see any of my previous videos, I'll put it on you'll see them up here shortly, and if you want to see any of my other videos, just chop along to my channel and have a look along my playlist and see what tickles your fancy. Until next time, keep stitching.